Amen. My name is Travis Smart, and I've lost over 100 pounds on the program. I've come off all prescription medications. The Lord has used this program to change my life, and He is continuing to use this program to change countless other lives. Glory to God. We're happy to see people losing weight, feeling better, more self-confidence, more self-esteem, coming off prescriptions, and just reconnecting to the Holy Spirit. That amazing power of self-discipline and patience and joy that's on the inside of us, that so many in this day and time are disconnected from, me being one of them. But it's good to reconnect with the Holy Spirit, and I hope that you all have decided to do that with me. Friends helping friends here. We're losing weight, feeling better. It's awesome. A lot of great results, lives being changed. We got three types of members here. We've got our free community members at this 11 o'clock session, and we've also got our lifetime members and partners. Thank you to our lifetime members and partners. We could not do what we do without your help, and we continue to need your help. So thank you, lifetime members and partners. You are saving lives. You are a valuable, not just a member trying to lose weight, but a valuable partner in this ministry so that we can save lives, change lives. This is a real ministry, and we really appreciate you guys, so thank you. We'll get started here right out of the gate. Just a reminder, this is our 11 o'clock session. I host a Q&A for a little more in-depth discussion and personalization of program at 12 o'clock. The 11 o'clock hour is for the basics, our Bulletproof Shield, food combinations, meal ideas, and Q&A session. These classes should not be your educational classes. These classes here, this 11 o'clock session, 12 o'clock session should be supplemental support sessions as you're going through the videos on the website and learning our lifestyle. We don't need another diet. The first three letters of the word diet spelled die. Anything we start with and can't stick with for the long haul is a waste of our time. We are a lifestyle, practical, sustainable, and fun. Hello, Joan. Hello, Sally. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our folks on Facebook. Diane Malone has already got a good question here, so we're going to get right into her question. Good morning, she says. I just watched a video on lion and shark days. Where do you get bee pollen? Is it available in the Shibby store? It is not. We do not sell bee pollen. Bee pollen is not mandatory to your success, not even on a lion or shark day. For those of you that want to consider consuming bee pollen, some will not be able to due to allergic reaction. But bee pollen helps me with seasonal allergies. It is an animal-based product. It helps with allergies. It's antiviral, antibacterial, gives great energy, and heightens libido. So there you go. Diane, a good place to get bee pollen is Amazon. You can go to Amazon, and Now, N-O-W, Now Nutrition has a really good bee pollen product. That's the one I'll recommend. Okay, we are always reminded that we have members that have to take short breaks to come here. So we'll give you an opportunity to ask questions in case you have to go so that we can keep you moving along on your journey, losing weight, getting in that ideal wellness range. Any questions for me today? Anyone at all? Any questions? Bring it. Let's keep you moving forward. What are your challenges? What are your obstacles as you watch the online videos? What are you challenged with as you watch those videos? What are your perceived excuses, etc.? Peer pressure. Nikki, maybe you want to elaborate on that so I know specifically what peer pressure you're dealing with. I would be more able, doing this 20 years, I've encountered a lot of peer pressure, overcame a lot of peer pressure, but what specifically is that peer pressure? Family wanting to support you, but then want you to eat different than you have planned. Well, you see, here's a big challenge for all of us. When in Rome, we do as the Romans do, right? So you have to be very uncommon. That there's not the best answer for one when they expect their family to eat the way they eat. See, the problem is not with the family. Now, not necessarily talking to you, Nikki, but the whole group. The problem isn't necessarily with the family. The problem is with us, okay? They don't owe us that, right? Now, it's outstanding. It's awesome when we have not only the support of our family during our weight loss effort, but they agree to abstain from foods that we shouldn't be eating. That's great. But very few of us will ever be successful if we're looking for our peer group to not only support us, but also to eat the way we're going to eat to achieve our goals. They simply do not owe us that. They don't owe us that. You owe yourself, everyone. You owe yourself. And what happens is we're not fully committed. We haven't built up a big enough why, a reason to be healthy. So yeah, sure, when we start a program and we don't have any temptation, we might be more able with a decent why to be successful. But a decent why isn't going to cut it when you're surrounded by people who aren't going to eat like you eat, because you get FOMO, fear of missing out. This is more of a matter of you talking yourself into what you need to do and not talking yourself out of what you need to do to be successful. When I see people around me who are tempting me with their foods, I simply go through my mental steps of, hey, I'm getting to eat something I love. I may not be eating what they're eating, but they're eating what they're eating and it comes with pain. I'm eating what I'm eating and it comes with more pleasure. Delayed gratification is always more valuable than instant gratification. So if they're supportive of your weight loss efforts, but just not eating the way you're eating and eating stuff you shouldn't be eating around you, that's a personal issue for you to overcome with your positive self-talk, elevating your why. People simply do not owe us that kind of self-imprisonment on our behalf. Same thing happens with alcohol addiction or whatever. We can't expect, if we were an alcoholic, we can't expect those around us who do not have a problem with alcohol or do not care that they have a problem with alcohol to suspend their use of alcohol around us. We have to develop the mental strength, the personal resolve to do what we need to do unto the Lord with or without them. Now, I wish there was a better answer for that one, but really work hard on developing your why. And when you struggle, enjoy this little family here. This little Shibboleth family, most of us, not all of us, most of us are here for the same reasons you are. And we're a family within a family. So when you're struggling with and you're not getting that peer pressure, that's why not likening anyone here to an alcoholic, but that's why they have these meetings for alcoholics, Alcoholics Anonymous, so that they have a peer group that understands their plight. We understand. I would suggest that you come up with void replacements like I did when I started the program. We would go to a Mexican restaurant and they were eating chips in front of me. You know, I couldn't say, no, don't bring out the chips, because there were people with me. So I learned to bring in my chips. And it wasn't long that all these rascals were eating my chips, because they would say, well, why are you eating a different chip? And they would make fun of me. They would give me a hard time. Why don't you just eat like a man? Eat these chips, they'd say. You know, what's the big deal? You don't need to lose any more weight. They would try to talk me out of my blessing. But before long, I turned the tables. And when they would eat their chips, I'm eating mine, they're eating theirs. Mine are controlling insulin, theirs are not. And I start making the sound, psst, 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 and they go, what is that? I say, that's your pancreas secreting the fat bus. And it wouldn't be long before they were eating my chips. But just work on your personal inner strength. I know it's easier said than done. Donna, I really do appreciate this program. The outreach adds so much. I attended Alicia's accountability group last night. She's awesome. Her and her husband are awesome. So glad that you got to enjoy that accountability meeting. Thank you, Donna, for the kind comments. Vicky says, I have lost an average of 1 pound a day until yesterday, and I went up 3 pounds, and I don't know why. I've had 15 perfect days in a row, not eating anything that is not approved. So why did I gain? But I'm back down 3 pounds today. That's a question that is a good question based upon your timeline in the journey. If you're around much, you would know that you cannot lose 1 pound of body fat per day. That's not happening. So what you did, averaged 1 pound a day, fantastic, but a lot of that weight was water weight and the weight of glycogen. So as you're consuming foods, your body is depleted of water, depleted of glycogen, may have even been a little dehydrated, and you put back in something with some sodium, electrolytes, or whatever. We'd have to really look at your journal, and you pulled in a little water and a little glycogen. It's no big deal, because you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life. If you don't do this the rest of your life, you'll just put the weight back on. So your body's making some adjustments. To average 1 pound a day over 15 days is incredible. You can't even keep or maintain that average. So this was just a little blip, and these little blips happen. You have to be committed to this as a lifestyle and not a diet. Just keep going. Don't ever pay attention to the scales. Pay attention to that weekly timing chart, that weekly calendar, those flames. That's what we trust. If we're journaling the right way, correctly, on the honor system, if we pay attention to those flames, we don't have to pay attention to the scales. If you look at the scales every day, just like you said, you lost 3, you gained 3, lost 3. You didn't lose 3. You can't lose 3 pounds of fat in a day. It's not going to happen. Nor did you put on 3 pounds of fat in a day. We do not trust the scales except for looking at them month over month. They're a tool to help us assess how foods affect our temple on a day-to-day basis. But they are a liar. They only tell the truth in regards to fat loss if we look at them May 1st compared to June 1st. So be encouraged. Maria, I recognize that lemons are a fruit, but can also be a condiment. However, can we squeeze a lemon in water or in green tea and drink throughout the day? Highly recommend that you do that, and you can count it as your water. Hey, Kim Danke. Jody, I had a perfect week. I stayed the same for 5 days, finally down 1.6. Same thing there for Jody. That's just how it works. There are 3,500 calories stored in 1 pound of fat. When the scales say that you lost 1 pound in 1 day, you didn't just lose fat. You cannot lose 1 pound of fat a day. It's almost impossible to lose 1 pound of fat a day, but you can lose water, glycogen, and fat. So when we're losing 1 pound a day, because we've got a lot to lose, and then we get closer to goal, we get really close to goal, you're going to see more of those days where you don't lose or even gain a little bit. But your net loss per week, here's how we know. Here's how we can say, okay, here's a proper expectation. After your first month on the program, you're going to lose a lot that first month. But after your first month, you're looking at losing about 1% of your beginning week's body weight each week. So this morning I weighed 190. About the best I can do, if I give it my all, is lose 1.9 pounds this week. And that would be astronomical for me. Okay? Good job, Vicky. Kathy, so what are your favorite chips? I tried the Nacho Cheese Quest chips, and they are not for me. Okay, all right. So hopefully we'll find something for you. There's a lot of chips that are approved. I like Double Bites. That's one of my favorite. I make some great beef nachos with those. They're not nachos, or they look like a corn chip, but they don't taste like a corn chip. But Double Bites, you may or may not like them if you're used to Doritos. We can still have our Doritos on a holiday. Hopefully, we're not expecting to eat chips every day anyway. We get 6 holidays a month to eat any chip we want. Then 12 days a month when we reach maintenance to eat any chip we want. Problem solved. But if we're looking for a void replacement chip and you don't like Quest chips, let me recommend Double Bites, Healthwise chips, or Benito's. Let me start with those recommendations. And there are more in the library. If you know how to do a good search on the library, you'll find countless chips. And they all have a weight loss meter attached to them so that you can determine, do you want to eat this chip that's more of a maintenance chip, or do you want to eat that chip that's more of a weight loss chip? Anybody else? Good morning, Mike Bertolf on Facebook. How you doing, brother? Good to have you. Been a long time. Yeah, I love Quest chips. Yep. I like Flex protein chips also. Yeah, good one, Jody. Forgot about that one. Okay, this week, I'm going to wait on some more questions. Sasha's giving me the go-ahead to go on and show you, because I've been claiming that I'm going to do some special stuff in May. We're almost ready. Again, we're a little slow sometimes because we work with very limited resources. But let me show you what we've got coming for our lifetime members and partners real quick. Many of you have been talking about needing an accountability class. So I've tried to up the game here with Sasha and our web developer. Very soon at 8 p.m. in the evenings, we will have accountability sessions. Kind of like I'm having these 11 a.m. sessions, we'll be having accountability sessions at night for our lifetime members and partners. And you will register for the class not on Zoom. You will register for the class on our website. I'll be showing that later this week, showing everybody how to use this feature. And it's an accountability class where our lifetime members and partners will come to class, and this is what they'll see after they register. And you'll have to weigh in. So you'll have to have some scales in order to participate in this class, scales that you trust. And you will come to class just like you do if you went to the Kennesaw Center, and you will weigh in and you'll enter your weight. And then any questions you have that you want me to answer in that class, you will ask in this box, and then you will click to go take a seat in the classroom. And then once you're in the classroom, I have all of this data for all of the attendees where I can hold you accountable, celebrate success with you. Look, I won't call anybody out that gained weight, but I'll be able to see that you gain weight and you might need some special attention. I'll be able to see if you're journaling or not. I'll be able to see how many days out of 30 you journaled, how much weight you've lost in a week, how much weight you've lost total, and we'll be able to keep our group together and better be able to hold you accountable. We will be starting those as soon as we get this finally tuned this week. So be looking out for some announcements on how to use this new feature. You will not be going through Zoom to register for my evening accountability classes if you're a lifetime member or partner. So I hope that's something that y'all will really enjoy. We've tried to make this, we've tried to make it like as much as we can, like you're attending an in-person class, as much as we can, since the whole world is moving to a virtual world. So I hope that y'all really enjoy those evening classes. More questions. Charles, crazy question. Is sauerkraut in general approved or just the brands in the library? Sauerkraut in general is approved. Some sauerkraut has sugar in it, but I've never seen too much sugar in sauerkraut. Make sure close to 0 would be best, 0 sugar. But make sure it's less than 5 grams of sugar. That's a little high, but let's use that as a cutoff. 5 grams of sugar or less is category 2 sauerkraut. Will that be Jack or Travis in accountability? It could be both. It could be Travis classes and there could be some Jack classes. I really worry about this clamoring for Jack to come back because I always lose members. When we finally get the website done, we plan on having some Jack classes but again, it always amazes me. Even the people that want those, they're the ones to get offended and get mad and leave Shibboleth. So what we will do when we do have a Jack class, if you want to do a Jack accountability class and you like that harsh tone, we can pull that off for you, but you're going to have to sign a waiver so that you get in there and you don't start all the religious stuff and the judgment and whatnot. If you want it for fun, I can provide it for fun. So many people love Jack until Jack picks on them, and then I get in trouble. But if there's enough clamoring for Jack, I'll bring him back, because I know part of education is edutainment. I have to be able to entertain. But the problem with Jack is everybody loves for Jack to get on to somebody who's making excuses, but that person that he gets on to, they usually don't like it. And when it's your turn, you don't like it, and then you're out of here, and I lose a great member when I was really only trying to help. So it'll be more Travis classes than Jack classes. Donna asked, how do we treat onions? Onions are a category 3. If we're looking at a quarter cup or more of onions, we have to treat them as a food component, a category 3. That means we have to have a 1+2 with them, or we have to have a 7+2 with them. They can also be used as a condiment. If onions are used sparingly, they can be used on any meal as a condiment. And lastly, raw onions can be used just like raw carrots. I don't know many people that do that because that can leave a little odor on the breath. So those are the 3 ways to use onions. Cooked onions always have to be treated as a condiment or category 3. Do you have a scale that you recommend? I do, Melissa. I recommend the Renfo scales. And for those that want to, there's an app, and we can be friends on the app, and I can really help hold you accountable. Let's see if Joni's with me today. Don't have Joni, I don't think. Let me grab a link for you. Bear with me, and I'll give everybody the link. These are the best scales I've ever found for the money, with the most features. They're awesome, quite awesome. I've been using mine for years. They've caused me no issues. And they have an app that's awesome too, where we can all be friends if you so desire. So here is the link to the Amazon scales. I just posted that for everyone. Jack is whacked. Yes, he is. He will get in your wagon. And all it is my own inner voice that has helped me, because Jack gets in my wagon every day. So it's good to turn the tables on myself and let Jack whack attack somebody else. Charlene, Jack's mean. No excuses, no BS. We all know, we all come in here and we patronize each other, right? Y'all come on, you know we do. We want that. We want somebody to patronize us, and we all do that to one another when we know we're capable of more. Jack just does not patronize. That's the only difference. Any other questions? Joni's going to send you that mic. Joni's going to help you out with that mic, your password. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions? I love these classes when y'all keep the questions rolling. That lets me know y'all are watching videos on the website, you're learning, and then this can be supplemental. It can keep you moving, breaking through plateaus, losing weight on Monday. We'll worry about Tuesday on Tuesday, right? We will worry about Tuesday on Tuesday. Today is the day of salvation. Today's a perfect day. No, we don't do these meetings on Instagram, Mike. I'm just not an expert on Instagram. I know very little about Instagram. Maybe I need to get more well-versed on Instagram, but I just don't know anything about it. I only host classes on our website and some of the free classes on Facebook. For Amazon, do you have a special link to support your not-for-profit? We're not a not-for-profit yet. We're really struggling getting that designation because of the products we sell in the store. We're going to have to divide our company up. That's something that we're working on behind the scenes to do. But you can support us. Obviously, we charge like we're a not-for-profit. Obviously, we don't make a profit. We made profit 1 year out of 20 years I've been doing this. So how are we still in business? partners, people that support us, help us get by, loans, that kind of thing. But Amazon, yeah, you can go through the library, the food library, and anytime you click on the Find It on Amazon link, we get on food, we get 1%. So if you spend $1, we get a penny, and it does help. We get 70 or 80 bucks a month because of our clients going to Amazon, and that helps. Everything helps. So appreciate you doing that. You can go through the food library to support us. It means a lot to us. Best way to support us is to become a partner after you become a lifetime member of $5 or more per month. That's a big help. That allows us to budget more wisely when we know we have some, it's not much, but some reoccurring income. Helps us to budget, maintain our team, keep Shibboleth healthy, if you will. Any other questions? Don't forget, if you'd rather ask questions anonymously, you should, depending on the device you're looking at in the Zoom room, have a Q&A button. You can click that Q&A button, and I'll try my best to be I have such a habit of calling people by their name. I was taught that early in my career, to call people by the first name, but I'll try to remember not to call you by your first name or your name in general if you hit the Q&A button. One of the best ways, if Joni's still with me, if you want to be notified before the classes, we send out links before every class via email and via text. So if either one of those makes sense for you, Joni can get you signed up for those, Mike. We send out text right before every live class and an email. Does your walking group connect only on Fitbit? Fitbit is the only device that we've been approved to sync up with our website. So you can do any of the walking challenges without a Fitbit device, but if you want a walking device, a step counter to interact with our website, it must be the Fitbit brand. Alice, what is the difference in protein since all are not created equally, so to speak? Well, protein's pretty much protein, but some are pre-digested. So, for example, fish is more dense than, say, Greek plain yogurt. So Greek plain yogurt is going to be absorbed faster into the system. That's a good thing, especially if you're about to go exercise. Whereas fish takes a little while for the body to create the chemical processes that break that down and extract the aminos. So fish isn't going to be ideal, or a piece of chicken breast isn't going to be ideal before you work out, for example. But what's good about those denser meats that are lean protein, they're going to build the metabolism more. So that's basically the only difference. All animal proteins have all essential and non-essential amino acids. Plant-based proteins do not contain all of the essential amino acids. If you're asking me which are the best for weight loss, then it's chicken breast, fish, turkey breast, and pork tenderloin, and shellfish. Those will be your best. Can I share about the success of vegan Shibboleth members? There are a few vegan Shibboleth members. I try not to offend them. We probably don't have very many vegan Shibboleth members because my words and comments can come across as offensive when not intended to be that way. I'm not a believer in the vegan lifestyle. If someone wants to lose weight and they need to follow a vegan lifestyle for religious reasons, social issues, then I'm all about it. I'm all about helping them. They lose weight just like our other members. There's just very few of them because we promote so many animal-based products. You can exclude all of the animal-based products and center your attention on proper vegan combinations, hemp hearts, hemp flakes, chia seed. You're going to need those types of protein sources. If one is adhering to a vegan lifestyle and it has nothing to do with social issues, climate issues, or religious issues, I often question what they're doing that for, because plants in general, they lack all of the essential amino acids that our body needs. So if you're doing it because someone's told you that's the way to go for your health, I would disagree. I think better for health is a properly balanced plate. The correct amount and serving size of animal-based foods and the correct serving amount of plant-based foods combined together. I think that's the right approach. Now, is a vegan lifestyle, when you're controlling insulin with proper food combinations, is that a better approach than most people's old eating behaviors? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd rather be a vegan Shibboleth member than not a Shibboleth member. I'll put it that way. But I would like to know more from you when you feel like expounding on it. What are your reasons? Because if it's religious, climate, or social, I'm all about helping you. If it's about you feel like that's the better way to go for your health, or maybe meat is just you just don't enjoy it, then I really feel like we can make some headway if we get you a mentor appointment and help you learn how to combine plant-based foods to control insulin. Because whether you're a carnivore or a plant-based adherent, you are not going to be successful with weight loss unless you control insulin with proper food combinations. Donna, I really don't understand how to get enough protein if you want to eat vegetarian. Do you have any info on that? If you want to eat vegetarian, it would go to what I just said to this other person. Why? Why do you want to do that? And then let's vet out the why. And then if your why is really, you just really elevated, hey, it's not that it's a fad. A lot of people are moving that way. It's just something I really want to do and I believe in. Get that mentor appointment and let them help you learn how to combine plant-based foods in such a way where you control insulin. But I feel it's my responsibility to tell people I think that's a wrong approach for almost every person on our planet. Any other questions? Will eating more protein protect your body from eating your muscle and weight loss? Yeah, you just need to get a minimal amount of protein. We've talked about that in some of the prior classes. So what is your ideal weight? Let's say that your ideal weight is 150 pounds. And you don't, let's say that you don't trust the Shibboleth Shield. What do I mean don't trust the Shibboleth Shield? Well, if you have 3 portion control meals a day, okay, if we have 3 portion control meals a day with the right amount of protein and the right amount of carbs, fibers and starchy carbs or whatever, and we have up to 3 eating episodes a day with protein, that's going to be adequate protein to preserve the most amount of muscle. But let's say you don't trust that, and you're one of those folks, got to have the numbers. So what is your ideal weight? If your ideal weight is 150, not the weight you are, your ideal weight. So you're trying to shoot for a goal weight of 150, we need 0.5 gram up to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So minimally, you're going to need 75 grams of protein a day to preserve muscle, enough lean tissue to be a healthy 150-pound person. Okay. Any questions on that? I'm happy to follow up. I guess eating beans has a lot of carbs. Well, beans are very good for us. You have beans in category 3, and you also have butter beans, lima beans, delicious, awesome for us. A lot of protein in those beans. And then category 6. You've got pinto beans, black beans, red beans, delicious. This is awesome. They're great for us. They have a lot of protein, a lot of fiber, some good carbohydrate. You just have to follow the program. See, there's nothing off limits. We get so caught up on, I'm afraid to eat fruit. I'm afraid to eat corn. I'm afraid. If we follow the food combination rules, we're going to control insulin. What gets people in trouble with weight gain is not what we teach. It's how we mingle our old eating lifestyle with this lifestyle. You've got to marry this lifestyle. If you're dating this lifestyle, I was talking to somebody this morning, it's a male friend of mine, and he's dating multiple women, and it's driving him crazy. He's dating multiple ladies, and it's driving him crazy. And that's the thing. If you're trying to do multiple programs, If you're trying to do multiple programs and mingle with this one because you're fascinated with the noise that's in the marketplace, I mean, there's Noom, there's Weight Watchers, there's quick weight loss. There's so many plans and so many protocols and so many programs. You're doing yourself a disservice. Stop dating other programs and decide. Don't date this one either. If this one isn't practical, sustainable, and fun for you, you don't like the philosophies of it, you go find one that you love and adore and you go all in. Immersion is the mode. I want to give you this little story. King David, he what do y'all not remember King David for? He killed the Philistine, right? He slayed him. He hit him right in the forehead with a rock and cut his head off. What kind of rock, what kind of stone did he hit him with? A smooth stone. He went down to the brook to find him a stone that could be used so that he could fling it and kill that Philistine. He picked up 5 smooth stones out of that brook. What's the difference between a smooth stone and a jagged stone? One is half in the water and half out, and the other one's all the way in, immersed in it. You will not be successful with Shibboleth until you decide, is this the right program for you? And then stop dating other programs. Marry this program, make it your lifestyle, marry it, quit dating other diets, or quit dating Shibboleth. Put a ring on your finger with Weight Watchers and stick with it. It's a great program. Or get all in with Shibboleth. That's it. So when we talk about beans, they're all good for us as long as we do what, everybody? What's the key? If I want some sweet potato, what's the key? What makes it okay for me to do if I'm trying to lose weight? Portion, and what else? Portion. If I can portion it, there's one more important thing. If I want a sweet potato, gotta eat in the right food combination. Gotta control that insulin. So you don't have any food that's in those categories 1 through 7. You don't have to worry about it, my friend. If you follow the Shibboleth Shield, you'll always be a winner if you look at your results week over week and not day over day. I promise. Can somebody give me an amen that's been around for a while? Lanita, I'm a diabetic. When I go to the gym, my blood sugar drops. Do you have any suggestions for keep from dropping? Yes. I need you to do a preemptive strike. If you're going to sweat in that workout, this is only for our clients who experience low blood sugar because this will slow your results. It won't stop your results, but you've got an issue. You have a situation. I teach situational nutrition. I teach optimal nutrition if all things are perfect in our life, and I teach situational nutrition. You have a situation. This is not optimal, but it will work. So preemptive strike. If I know I'm going to work out and I know that I'm going to experience, because I'm in a calorie deficit, I know I'm going to experience low blood sugar, and I'm going to feel unhealthy and unwell, I'm going to check with my doctor and say, can I have these suggestions? Got to check with your physician first. Got to check with your physician first. Let me say it again. Got to check with your physician first. Safety comes first. But then I'm going to make a preemptive strike. Before I ever work out, I'm going to do an Advo. Here's your list. I'm going to give you an AdvoCare rehydrate before that workout. Boom. Now, if you're not sure your blood sugar is going to drop, maybe you carry that with you and have it in the middle of your workout once you feel the drop. That goes for any of these. A bio coffee, apple, berries, grapefruit, oranges, half a banana, or 1 tablespoon of peanut butter and company peanut butter, or hemp crumbles. All easy to digest. All will elevate blood sugar in a manner where after our workout, we can easily get back in efficient fat burning. So let me know if that made sense to you. I'm going to stay out of the way so you can write that down, Lanita. And my writing is like chicken scratch, so if you need clarification on any of these, let me know. You could also do a shake. Like an AdvoCare shake has carbs in it, okay? You could do an AdvoCare shake as an eating episode. Any of these others as a preemptive strike before you work out or during your workout, any of these others, you would need to count as an extra if you're diabetic. If you're not a diabetic, you have to count them as a snack episode. Let me know, Lanita. Alice, if your body is eating your muscle, would that make your muscles sore all over your body or just in the ones you use the most? For example, my leg muscles are killing me these days, and I'm drinking my water, taking electrolytes, eating protein. Didn't have this problem until recently, was having cramps, but now you need to see a doctor. We need to see a doctor. Make sure you're getting enough calories. I don't think you have a protein issue. If you're following the Shibboleth Shield, you need to go see a doctor, because usually that's you're talking about you're depleting your electrolytes, and that's why you're experiencing cramps. I don't know how hard you're working out. If you're working out, you could have normal muscle soreness due to working out, because you get micro tears in the muscles. If you're walking a lot, you could be experiencing some of that. But I would suggest a physician at this point. Can you recommend a good tasting green tea? Anyone got a link? I'm going to leave that to our group. I don't drink green tea. I have in the past, but I can't tell you of a brand name that I like. So I'm just not a tea drinker. But maybe somebody here can join in and go to the food library. Check out green tea. If somebody doesn't mind doing that for us here, go to the food library and check out green tea and see if there's a green tea that is in the food library. Just try some. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much. Remember, when we've got old bad habits and we're working to overcome them, change isn't easy in the beginning because you're having to consciously choose to change. That's tough. And your consciousness is at war with your subconscious. You've got years of you found a groove with bad eating behavior, whether you knew it or not. And that's now in your subconscious, and it's on autopilot. So your consciousness is not as powerful as your subconscious. You've not been doing Shibboleth long enough that it becomes easy like it is for me and some of our more experienced members. It takes time of you consciously making the effort to change. And then if you follow all these protocols and advice long enough, day after day, you're going to find that those begin to now sink down into your subconscious, and it's the good behaviors that's easier than the bad behaviors. It would be almost impossible for me now to go back and eat like I used to eat. I haven't done that in years. And anytime that I do take a day off of eating and following Shibboleth, and I have a holiday, I'm miserable. I can't wait to get back to my lifestyle. But for you, when you have a perfect day, it's like, you feel better. Yes, you do feel better, but you're miserable because you're having to think about it all the time. You'll never change if you don't go through the discomfort of change and enjoying those processes for long enough so that they move from the conscious to the subconscious. Thank you, Janice. Janice lists Arizona zero green tea, Arizona diet, peach tea, all kind of teas in the library. Thank you, Janice. Don't overlook that great library. Charles, if just doing 2 eating episodes daily, should I do an approved shake for more protein? Charles, that's a tough one because you chose 2 eating episodes. So that would be 3 eating episodes. So if your question was, can I have 3 eating episodes in a day? Yes, you can have 3 eating episodes a day. Would a shake be a really good one to have? Yes. So your question really, you see what I'm saying? You chose 2 eating episodes, which is fine. And I think you're probably getting enough protein to support lean tissue, but maybe not. If you don't feel you are, you can add a 3rd eating episode, and a shake is always a good 3rd eating episode. Anybody else? Good rapid fire. I like this. Yeah, 3 eating episodes is fine. It's fast fat loss, 3 eating episodes, no need to suffer. When do I choose to have 2 eating episodes? When I'm not hungry. When do I choose to have 1 eating episode? When I'm not hungry. If I'm hungry, I can have them, I never suffer. This program, the only time that could make the case that I suffer is when I'm having mental weakness and I deny myself, but it's never physical. I never get hungry physically if I have up 3 eating episodes. It's mental hunger after that. And then that's where it gets tough. if I don't have my wits about me and don't have a strong why and a reason to be successful. Anyone else? We got a few more minutes before we go to the 12 o'clock class, and we'll continue with Q&A in the 12 o'clock class. Charlene said, I tried 2 eating episodes per day last week. It did not work for me. I just ended up having a snack. No problem. That means you had 2 meals and 1 snack. That's 3 eating episodes. Should have had a good week with that if all of your food was approved and you controlled insulin. It's not a problem. 1 meal a day works great for me. Everybody's different. That's why I don't tell people you have to do 1 meal a day. That would be crazy. We'd lose most of our clients. We want to give you the most amount of food whereby you can still be successful. The problem is if people really use all the food that they can use, 3 meals a day, a snack a day, and freebies, they lose weight so slow they quit. Which I find sad. I find that very sad because even if you're losing weight slow, you're still losing it faster than you think you are and getting your life back. But we all are a people in an overindulgent culture, and we just need somebody to remind us that, you know, we've become, not you, not Charlene, I'm talking to me, okay? We've become babies. We've become big old babies. That's why we need Jack. You know, most of us have more food in a day than people in third world countries have in a week. We've become big old babies. We think we all got hand-mouth disease. Uh-oh, I'm being Jack. Sorry. I'll reel it back. Anyone else? Me, today I'm having 2 eating episodes. I will eat after the 12 o'clock session. I'll probably have a Mighty Muffin, and I think Sasha's making some hobo soup for tonight, and that's most likely going to be my 2 meals for today. Sarah says, I did 2 eating episodes yesterday and actually felt fine. I was shocked. Didn't have lunch, just breakfast and dinner. Congratulations. We be brother and sister. That's my kind of day right there. I like feeling light. Boy, I had to feel F-E-E-L. I had to feel filled, F-I-L-L-E-D. I'm so glad I don't have to feel filled anymore. I just like being satisfied. Like feeling light and empty. Hobo soup is in the recipe library. I think it's under Hobo, H-O-B-O. Just do that, see what you search and find. It's hamburger soup. It may be under hamburger soup. It's just a nice spicy broth with ground beef, and we've been adding okra to ours. It is outstanding. Makes my bald head sweat, and I just love it. I love some hobo soup. I grew up on hobo soup, hamburger soup. Charles, Kraut and Weenies is great. I think I've got some Franks that we put on the grill. I might do that instead of a Mighty Muffin today. Got some leftovers. Might do some Kraut and Weenies with Brother Charles. Anybody else? All right. Well, it's my pleasure. It's an honor to be able to connect with you, friends helping friends. We're losing weight, feeling great, learning to eat unto the Lord. Bible says everything we do, we ought to do unto the Lord. Whatever we eat, we ought to do unto Him. Eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. Energy. Have your heart's energy directed toward thinking about your Heavenly Father, your spiritual husband, Jesus. It's amazing. It's amazing what we can accomplish in Him. How much unction He'll give us to do the right thing instead of the wrong thing. Don't walk alone. You don't have to. All right, y'all. I'll see you at noon. God bless you. Thank you, Sally. Thank y'all.